As a player who caught you, as a manager who managed you, I realized how dominant you were. Did you?
That's a good question, Joe, because I was there just to go and do my job. I never thought about if I was dominant or not. I never pay attention of numbers. I always was about just give me the ball. I want to pitch. I want to help my team win.
Ball game over. The greatest closer in history now has the most saves in history.
When you signed with the New York Yankees, did you ever envision all this?
Joe, I was so naive when it came to professional baseball. Although I love the game, I got no clue about this thing. That was the first time that I left Panama.
Nervous? Because we've never seen you nervous.
I wasn't scared about the game. I wasn't afraid about. I was just, I don't know. First of all, the language, I was petrified.
Did you speak any English?
I barely speak now.
Your English is really
forget about them.
1996, I arrived with the Yankees, and I see this young, skinny kid from Panama throwing gas. And I'm thinking, who is this kid? I've never even heard of this kid, right? People didn't realize who Mariano Rivera was until we got to the World Series.
Yes.
And you were dominant. How was it different when you were the closer?
Well, Joe, the feelings was, to me, I treated the same. I treated that I had to either I come in the 7th or the 8th, or the 8th and the 9th, I still had to get those guys out. My mind, like I said, was naive because my mind, I did the settlement role. I think, okay, so I think I'll be doing the same thing again.
Okay, you were dominant, Mo. Let me remind you, you were dominant. You were our security blanket.
We did good. So when I became the closer, now I have no one behind me. So I still have to get those out and be more prepared. Now, physically, I always was, but now I have to be mentally prepared for that situation. That I know that I have no one behind me. So this is it. Me and no one else. And that's the way I treat it. One thing, Joe, that I did was that I didn't put pressure on myself. Although it was a lot of pressure though, but I didn't back down from it.
98, win the World Series in San Diego, Game 4. You fall to your knees.
The Yankees have done it again. Number 24.
How does that moment rank in your career? Getting that last out, your first World Series. Different than being a setup man.
Different, totally different, Joe, than being a setup man. To me, that was like, wow, it's unmeasured. The feeling that you felt is unmeasured. You can measure that. You can express that. You cannot describe it. For me, it was like, wow. Giving your teammates, the organization, front office, the fans, what they want. Can't describe it. It was beautiful.
I want to go back to show everyone how dominant you were. Do me a favor, take a look at this at bat with Ryan Klesko. Game 4 of the World Series, 1 out in the 9th inning. You broke 3 bats and 1 at bat. And Chipper Jones on the Atlanta Braves, they're losing 3 games now, can't control his laughter because it was so funny. And I want to know how you didn't laugh. See you laugh now, I like it. Watch Chipper.
Another one. Chipper is laughing. Amazing.
So did you ever, during the course of one season, count how many bats you broke?
No, I wish though. I
Yes.
wish that someone would have kept count on that because there were many of those.
Did the bat companies ever call you and thank you?
They should have given, they sent me a check or something.
You should have got a royalty because $50 or $60, you were breaking them all the time. See, that's what I don't think people, you were so dominant with one pitch.
Just moves in on you if you're a left-handed hitter and moves away if you're a right-handed hitter.
Mo, I can honestly say you're one of the closest people that I've ever met to being the perfect player, right? Prepared, efficient, dominant, great teammate, hard worker, nearly perfect. But with every nearly perfect player, there's always some downtimes. 97 versus Cleveland, 01 versus Arizona, 04 versus the Red Sox when you guys were up 3-0. What was the hardest moment in your career?
The hardest moment to me was just against Boston Red Sox. Yes.
Just because you had that lead and
Because we had that league and because it was Boston.
yes, yeah.
The spirit because it was Boston.
Wow,
We got,
it's-
the league wasn't just because it was Boston. Even if I lost a regular season game, I was hard on myself. I might don't show it,
You didn't show it.
but I was hard on myself because I always took my job serious. And that was my job. And for me not to do my job, it was tough.
Okay, let's go on the other side. Is there one favorite moment? Like if there was one moment of time you wish you could go back to and enjoy what happened, is there one moment?
Yes, Joe. And this it's not on the field. This moment that I will tell you is just wearing the uniform. To me, wearing the pinstripes for all those years, it was such a great feeling knowing who were before me. All those legends and all the history about the New York Yankees. And for me, being on the field, the same field that they play, and wearing the same uniform, to me, that was something special.
We're close to the call. And I don't think any of us doubt that Mariano is going to be in the 2019 Hall of Fame class. As we've talked about a few times in this interview, there was never any anxiety that you showed. You were never nervous. We never worried about when we handed you the ball. Is there anxiety now?
Joe, that's a great question. I don't know, Joe. This is the best answer that I can give you because I don't know what to feel. Being in the big leagues for 19 years, having the success, winning so many championships, now in the birth to be a Hall of Famer. For me to say, man, it feels like this, I'd be lying to you. I don't know how to feel. I have to tell you, I tell you when it happened.
All right.
I tell you when it happens.